I didn't work on it. Just to give you the answer of that, if we want to do any other word problems, it would be 23 and we'll set it up, not solve it. 1 point, if you got something like this, it would be 1.83 or $1.82.
Doesn't matter if it's substitution or elimination. Yeah.
Unless it says specifically solve this by, then you would have to do it that way, but if it doesn't say, you can choose. Oh, it's right there. How did we get to 13? Equals 13. Oh, that's- I'm gonna be- Okay. Oh, yeah, I don't know why I did that. Oh. We're not gonna fix that part, but yes, that should have been 16. Not 13. I don't know why that was, okay. And then I divided by negative, but it should be just 0.8. So 83 cents. Yes,
When you take more stuff with this no like dollar sign, that
you have to put your labels. Other specific, we're gonna have questions about that one. When you go to review for your test for next week, which one was that we just did? 15 on songs. 15, something there we did incorrectly, because which was 6, X or Y? X should have been 6, so go back and fix that, not right now. Did we want to see 23 set up? Yes, okay. So important information, I'm just gonna read through this. Tickets to a school play cost $5 for general admission, $3.50 with a student ID. On opening night, 400 tickets were sold for a total of $1,580. And we're looking for how many general admin tickets were sold and how many student tickets. So your two variables, call them whatever you want. I'm gonna call them G and S. For number of general admin tickets and number of student tickets. We are given 4 numbers. 3 of them are gonna go together. How would we set that up?
Would it be G5 plus 3 or S350 equals 1,500?
Yes, but what the checkers? So 5G plus 350 S equals 1580. And then the other one? G plus S equals 400. Anytime you're given 4 numbers, it has to be set up like that. All the numbers, 3 of the numbers are gonna be related, put them together. The other one's gonna be a total. Just the variables will be added together. I'm not gonna solve that one. But, a couple of you had the same questions. I'm gonna reiterate, unless it says specifically to solve by substitution or elimination, you can choose either or. Was that your question? Okay. Sorry. 25 just looks different. Because it's not really a word problem, it's taking numbers and words and putting them together. But you would just read this 5 times per number minus 2 times his number equals negative. It's literally an equation in fruits. It's not a real word problem. You would just write it out. Pick whatever it says.
So you do.
Two different initials, two different variables, split choice. Other specific or general questions? Okay, any calculators put up, you'll take the non-calculator part first, and then you'll grab the calculator. If you're wearing a smartwatch, go ahead and take it off. Clear off your desk, except for what you're writing with.